Hello? Oh my god. Oh my god, we're here. Hi. Hi, everybody. Am I unmuted this time? Because the last time, I ran it muted, which is never good. Guys, we are here. Hi, everybody. Y'all, we are here with Mosh. Who's that way? Hi, Mosh, hi.
Hi.
Who are you?
I'm MoshPatt.
Yay!
Um,
What do you do?
Hi, I'm MoshPatt. I'm socially awkward. I I'm MoshPatt. I play video games on Twitch and talk
Yeah.
nonsense on the internet. And
Wonderful.
that's pretty much it.
I love that. I love that. Oh my gosh. Well, welcome. It's so glad to have you. I know Mosh because we're on a stream team together. We've also played D&D together. And I know them to be one of like the like most like genuinely joyous people I've met ever. So I figured for my last It Gets Better project stream of this term that there couldn't possibly be a better guest than Mosh. So thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so for those of you who have not been to one of these streams before, we talk all things identity. We talk kind of just like general silliness as well, and we'll go from there. I'm Huffle. I'm a variety streamer. My pronouns are she, her. I'm trans. Let's see. My pronouns changed like midstream with the It Gets Better project streams, which is pretty great. So that started in June, which has been really a wonderful ride. I love coloring and I love conversation. So that's where we're at. So it's gonna be lovely. So in that vein, Mosh, what are you going to be coloring this evening?
So I know I originally said that I didn't have coloring material.
Yeah, you did.
What do I need a color? But I proved myself wrong because I did some cleaning.
Okay.
So I am also a Guardians mental health ambassador, and they send us these like mental health kits, and in each one there's a coloring book, and I got a coloring book from them. And it's To Write Love on Your Arms coloring book.
Oh,
It has
that's
just a bunch of
lovely.
motivational things in there. Pretty neat.
Wonderful. Have you selected the piece that you're going to be coloring or not yet?
I was thinking of doing these two. One that says tomorrow needs you, one that says you matter very much, because that's the thing I wear on my wrist every day.
Nice. I love that you are clearly more put together than I am, because me selecting a single color sheet, that sheet is not likely to get finished, and you're like, I'm doing two of them, it's fine.
Oh no, I probably won't finish.
Oh, okay. Got it. Thank you, Zeph. I appreciate it. I'm wearing my trans pride like skater dress today, right? So you know, ta-da! It's got little hearts on it. But thank you. I wore this for Pride when I was visiting the Allie Mac.
Allie Mac?
Yeah, and the Kayla. They're great folk. They're great folk. I'm coloring. Okay, so we're in the middle of spooky season, right? Like it's time. It's fall. Yeah. We're there, right?
It's legally Halloween.
I'm going for my horror chibi coloring book because I'm too soft for actual horror, right? But like this I can do. And I found it's an axolotl.
Aww.
Look. Yeah, with all sorts of like cool stuff. So that's what we're going with. It's just a little cutesy deal. So that's that. So we this fairly free form, right? Like I've got some things to like talk about, but like if anything comes up that you want to discuss as we go, or like things that hit you, like no pressure to like stay on topic or anything like that. So yeah.
Okay.
What I've got them down there, but what pronouns would you like us to use for you tonight, Pet Mosh?
He, they.
They. Wonderfully.
I'm still like leaning towards they. I know I had this conversation with people on Twitter. It's like kind of just like a a neat feeling when I get introduced.
Yeah.
Just, I,
Yeah.
I'm figuring it out. It's a process.
Yeah. How long have you so like what do you have like what do you consider your gender identity at this point?
Uh, I would consider it non-binary.
Non-binary. Very
Um,
nice.
I did the thing where I like I don't necessarily like feel like a guy. I'm just
Sure.
like I'm just me.
Yeah.
I'd rather be me than be attached to like anything specific.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So how long have you like identified as non-binary?
This has been pretty much just like this year.
This year. Nice.
Like a little bit into the year, like maybe February.
Okay. Oh, you got very quiet just now. I'm so sorry.
Oh, whoops. Sorry.
Oh, there you go. No, that's way better.
Yeah. Yeah, like
Ellie,
February.
welcome on in. Okay, so February. Okay, so I came out as non-binary February 2 years ago. So it's a good month for it.
Twins.
Twins indeed. Nice. And I kind of did the similar thing. Like my at least a piece of my experience that mirrored yours was that like when I first came out as non-binary or started like thinking that way, I didn't even like initially for the first couple weeks I was like I don't even know if I need different pronouns, right? Like, and then someone used they them pronouns for me, and I was like, something has awakened in me, right? Like
It's different.
it does. Yeah. Like at least for me, that like I've come to understand that feeling as like gender euphoria, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's like the same for everybody. Oh, we're already hydrating.
I will hydrate along with
But yeah, so I don't know if that like hits the exact same way for everybody. If that's like the feeling, or if it's just like that's kind of a cool thing, or where you're at with that sort of thing. But I think it's really, I think it's amazing to explore like pieces of who you are, right?
Yeah.
And like being able to kind of like walk that path and like decide that like no, like I do not have to fit into whatever box I was handed, right?
I mean, like I am not one for boxes. I'm very like lackadaisical about anything that involves making a choice.
Yeah.
So I'm just like I'm fine with like whatever somebody like wants to call me. That's why I kept the he they because like people still use he, and I'm just like, it's okay. But
Sure.
like they, it's different.
It hits different. I like that. I like that. Salky, welcome on in. Pastel Madness, hi. Thanks for stopping by. Me and my siblings said F the box. I feel like in a different context that could come out wrong. But I agree. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Nice. So pronouns and like non-binary kind of exploration, realization. I don't know the right word to attach to that, but so that was like February. That's a good number of months to like sit with it and all that.
It started with like I guess exploration.
Sure.
Well, I was just like, because like I had the luxury of I have like a very smaller, just like tight knit community of people that like
Yeah.
and like the Twitch sphere, and like I was like, I kind of feel this way. Um, like what do I
Yeah.
can I like use they pronouns? And they were like, yeah, try it. If you like it, do it.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Absolutely. That honestly, like that is one of my So like I'm a GSA advisor, right, for high school students and that sort of thing. And like that is one of like the first things that I go to, right? Is that like you don't have to be completely set in where you're going to land, right? Like you don't have to be like, well, I have figured out all internally that they, them is the correct set of pronouns for me, and I'm going to use that for the rest of my life. Like, you can try things on. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't hurt anything.
Yeah. I'm grateful to my peoples, my community,
Yeah.
like allowing me to just like, try it on, and like I liked it, so I kept it.
Yeah, to be that safe space for you, right?
Yeah.
That's amazing. And like then like you in turn get to be that safe space for other folk. Like that's just wonderful. I love that a lot.
Yeah.
Just like a beautiful like queer circle of life sort of thing going on. It was so funny with my mom. My bro was like, "Oh, I'm a boy now," and then I went ahead and said I was pan, and then my sis said she was pan. It's just a whole queer little family. I love that. Pretty much 6 months after making my first MB friends, I started questioning being cis. Zeph, you and me both, friend. You and me both. It took me a year after that to figure that out, but it's one of those things. So it's just everyone. Wait, everyone coming out today? Pastel, it was today that all of this happened? That's incredible.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. Self-discovery is a journey, not a destination. Absolutely. Mom and Dad were all happy. Just that we were happy. That's so great. I love... Oh, not today. A few years ago. Okay. Got it. Good. I'm one of those folks that like it is so healing and wonderful for me to hear about like families that are accepting and are able to kind of take like meet you where you are and just have that be okay. My family unfortunately was not one of those, and it's one of those deals, right? Like regardless of how accepting the folks around you are able to be or are, like that doesn't change who you are or anything like that. And one thing that like I end up talking a lot with my students about is like the idea that like there's kind of this culture these days of like people feeling like you need to be out in all spaces or somehow like you are being disingenuous, right? And like that is so far from reality,
And I had that feeling like several like a month or two into like I guess experimenting with the like non-binary ishness of it all.
Yeah.
Where I was just like, am I supposed to like look a certain way, act a certain way, or something? I don't. I'm just
No.
me. And that's when everyone's
Yeah.
like, you don't owe anybody androgyny. And like my best friend like grabbed me by my shoulders and was like, you don't know me. Dress how you want to dress.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh, we've got another Kenna here. When we got two Kennas, it's off the hook. I'm very lucky to have my older brother to be a buffer for me. Absolutely, I get that. Yup. To be honest, I knew my bro was trans since middle school, but I wasn't gonna like take that moment from him. I honestly wish someone had looked at me, a few years earlier and said like, "Hey, have you thought about?" might have saved me some time, Just kind of one of those games. And talk to my dad, so he doesn't know anything about me, but my mom's trying, and it means a lot. Yeah, that's wonderful. I wanted him to find out himself, not me telling him, yeah, you're trans as well. Yeah, I get it. Coming out is a binary I've never accepted. You're not in or out. I love that a lot. Yes. And I think that is a piece of like the queer experience generally, right? Is the idea that like because like having queer identities means that you are not part of like the mainstream expectations, right? Means that like part of that is just like regardless of how out you are, you're going to be coming out again and again and again throughout your life, right? Because like people just kind of assume things about you.
Yeah.
Like, Mosh, I would not. I know you said like you don't owe anybody androgyny, and I agree with that, right? I would not, if I looked at you, I would not be assuming any gender, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm just like, so ever since like that initial thing, I've just gradually been working things that I've just kind of always wanted to do into
Yeah,
my look. So like
that's amazing. I love that.
one of the big ones for me was my nasal piercing. My
Yeah,
septum. So when I was like 18ish, 18, 19, I like moved away from home. I was going to community college and just like couch hopping.
yeah.
And the one thing I got was a septum piercing. My parents hated
Oh, sure.
it. Like my
Yeah,
parents are just like very strict. They're both from Africa.
sure.
So like they a lot of these things are like new to them.
Yeah,
And like even then, back then when I was like kind of exploring my sexuality,
yeah,
um I was just kind of like, I had the same thing where I was like, am I supposed to act a certain way? Am I supposed to do this, that, or the other? I was like, nah, I'm just gonna be me.
yeah.
Um, and like that was, it acted as like a symbol of my independence, I guess.
I love that though. Absolutely.
So like when all this happened, I like immediately made plans as like I gotta find a reason to get my nose pierced again.
Yes. What was your reason?
Uh
Cause you wanted to?
no, I did it for my birthday. I mean, yeah, because I
Oh,
wanted
nice.
to. But I did spend the better part of this year just like, for lack of a better term, bullying my community into goals. It's just like if we reach a stretch goal, I'll do
Yeah,
it.
I love that.
Because
I
they
love
like
that.
altering me physically. They made me grow my hair out for a year.
Oh
Like last
no.
year, I already cut all of it off, and yeah. So,
That is a long commitment.
oh, it was so long, and also having to wake up like way early to take care of hair is
Yeah, I can
not
imagine.
my favorite.
I can imagine that for sure. My father tries so hard, and I'm like, ah, yes, bless his heart. My mom had drag friends, so it's like, okay, yeah, that helps. Masha's just vibes, no gender, only vibes. That absolutely, absolutely.
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
None gender with left vibes. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh my god. Someone needs to tell Ally Mac about that because I feel like that's going to be their new gender descriptors, none gender left vibes. So, how long have you been doing content creation?
Ooh, I have to think back because content creation in general,
Yeah.
uh, like 5 or 6 years maybe.
Okay.
I started out in the weirdest of places. I started out on Periscope.
I thought you were going to say like YouTube, and I was going to be like, that's not that strange. Like,
No.
okay, Periscope.
Periscope.
Where are my Periscope people? Periscoot. Where are my Periscope people in chat?
Do we call them Periscoots?
Periscoots. Yeah. Yeah. It's all the Periscoots. Wait, I forget what was. Okay, this is me like I had a period of like being disconnected from the internet, right? Remind me which one Periscope was.
Okay, so this is super boomerish, but
Okay.
back in the day, Twitter
Yeah.
had like a live stream thing, kind of like Instagram Live, or
Yeah.
where like you could there was a separate app, and you could just basically go live from your phone, and I would angle my phone at my TV like while I was playing video games, and like go live, and it was just me and a couple buddies, and like a phone picture of a TV.
Wow. Wow. Okay. I remember when the lesbian YouTubers were on Periscope. My God.
Oh yeah,
I feel too young
Periscope
for
is
this.
hot.
I also feel too young for. I don't like. I remember the name at some point, but that's all I had in my brain about that. That's amazing. I love it. Okay, so you started on Periscope, and then you became huge on Periscope, and then it kind of went downhill, or?
No, I was no. Oof.
Okay,
It was
okay,
just like me and a couple buddies, and then some other people I met online,
nice.
and that turned into like, oh hey, Twitch is this thing. I just got an Xbox, and they
Yeah,
added the ability to go live. I think it was like right when Mixer and Beam, like Beam became Mixer or something.
yeah.
Um, but they added that on Mixer, so I went live on Mixer
Okay,
and just got like a couple more friends, and I joined like this community that did like universe wrestling leagues or like WWE games. We were
yeah,
just like making our own wrestlers, just having them fight each other. And then like they added the functionality for Twitch, and then I just like, moved to Twitch for a little bit. And
yeah,
then I went back to Mixer, and I was just like back and forth.
yeah. Nice. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Luckily, I was not there when Mixer met its fate.
Okay. So you bailed pre the end.
I bailed pre the end. I was
You
already.
saw it coming.
Oh no, I didn't see it coming. I just thought it was easier to
You
stream.
all have heard it here. Mosh is an expert prognosticator and knew exactly when Mixer was going to meet its end.
Nope. If I knew that, I'd be richer.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm sure a ton of people made money shorting Mixer.
Yeah, like I don't know. Mixer was fun while it lasted. Its
Sure.
functionality for me left a lot to be desired,
That's yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
which is why I like
They are
originally made
psychic.
Twitch.
You really what?
That is why I like originally made the switch to Twitch, because it was
Okay.
like trying to, because when I first started like actually like game streaming, like not from a phone camera,
Yeah.
it was me, my TV, my Xbox, and like a really cheap laptop that I
Sure.
had since like college from 2014 or
Okay.
something.
Sure.
Like looking at chat, there was like no graphics, no camera, nothing like that. Just me and like wrestling stuff, and then that eventually turned into Destiny.
I love it. I mean, you have the voice to do wrestling stuff, right? Like you do. You have one of the like I feel like the most important piece for any sort of like what's the even way to put this? Like spectacle style sport, right? Is like you need someone who's going to like drag you through and make you recognize why what you're seeing is so cool, right? And like you have one of those voices that I just want to like hear you talk, right?
Oh,
It's true though. Yeah, Mosh Pro announcer, exactly. Oh my gosh. Very cool. I love hearing people's journeys as far as like how because like I think for a lot of content creators, right? Like you it's weird because like people came on at like very different times, right? And like
yeah.
just the like path that they take to eventually land on whatever the heck platform they're on, and like I don't know, seeing all the folks that go from like being like successful on Twitch to being like successful on YouTube or vice versa or all those sorts of things, right? Like I think it's really neat that there are other options out there for like folks to kind of find their path.
Oh yeah.
This is violet red. It looks more red than violet, but we're going with it.
You said violent red for a second.
Violent red. Yeah. No, so this is where we're at so far. My axolotl has a little blep. So I've colored the blep.
I'll show you my progress.
Okay.
So this is where I'm at so
Aww. Cute. It's really cute. I like that a lot.
I'm trying to color inside the lines, but I'm bad at it.
Yeah. You don't need to. There. Okay. One of my favorite Mr. Rogers scenes, right? And I'm sure everyone's seen this one, but it's like the most important one, right? Is where he's like, I'm gonna draw a house, right? I'm not very good at it, but that doesn't matter, right? Because like it doesn't, right? It's the joy of doing it. It's not anything beyond that. Yeah, live your best life, exactly. Okay, so I'm cheesy. Just like and sentimental and like one of those people. So like I'm going to annoy you with one of those sorts of questions.
Go.
What makes you feel inspired? Or like makes you like what do you look at and like it makes you want to be your best self or find like that truth within you or that sort of thing?
It's like in general or
Yeah. Or specific. Like it's up to you.
Good question. Like I guess the main thing that makes me feel inspired is like oh, I have to think about this.
That's okay.
I'm honestly gonna say like just the people around me and like my friends and like just seeing that there is an ability to make people feel positive thoughts and just like vibe and make them feel safe. And I feel like that inspires me more than anything else. I know that sounds like very slightly corny.
No. There's nothing corny about that. That's lovely.
I don't know. I like the concept of like making friends feel better.
I love that. I love that a lot. Yeah, like Zeph said earlier, the whole like I knew I was non-binary like a few months after I met the first non-binary person that I knew, right? Like I feel like that's linked to what you're saying, right? Like when you see somebody else who is like doing it, right? Like there's it's infectious, right?
I mean, like it's okay to like get down on like your thoughts and everything, but like
Yeah.
I don't know, like moving, like pushing past a lot of just like negative things and like helping somebody else makes me feel better.
I love that. I love that. Yeah. That's really lovely. Like that's inspiring for me in this moment. Like that's really really great.
Oh, thanks.
I love that. No, like seriously, I think like that like a lot of us know what it is to feel alone or to feel like not cared about or to feel lost, right? And like I really think it's the strength of other people that can drag us out of those things, right? Was Mosh in that D&D one shot with me? Mosh ate me, consumed me whole in that D&D one shot. Yes.
She was in fact tasty. Yeah.
Yeah, for anybody who's overly concerned about it, I was playing a piece of sentient pasta. So it wasn't nothing like all that untoward went on unless you happened to be pasta. Then you probably wouldn't like that story. I kept thinking their voice was familiar with it. I wasn't sure. Exactly. Yep. It's that. It is that Mosh. This is a big get. Welcome back, Pastel.
I use Hulk Hogan voice for that?
You were macho them, right?
Okay, it was Macho Man voice that I used.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah. Right. It was really wonderful. I liked it a lot.
I did like thoroughly enjoy that one shot. I like doing like D&D one shots because there's always like the opening to do like more things with that character. I find it hard to like make the time.
Yeah,
Somebody like forces me into it.
I like that.
So like my roommate currently, he's one of my roommates is like setting up a D&D campaign, and we're like going over our characters, and it's just like a one shot thing.
Yeah,
And I like the character creation and acting more than the actual gameplay. Like I like the
yes,
gameplay,
sure.
but I
I
also just like acting nonsensical.
I am there for like the role playing aspect. Like I think it's really cool to be able to put on a different persona and just like live as that for a little bit, you know?
Oh yeah.
Was Macho Them inspired by your wrestling game background? Or are you into wrestling more generally?
I am into wrestling more generally.
Okay.
So it was like all of my D&D characters up until I guess like a few weeks ago
Yeah.
are, well, not even a few weeks ago because that one's based on a current wrestler. But like,
So
so
all your
most of
D&D
them,
characters.
like 95.5% of them
Okay,
are all
okay.
based on wrestling characters.
Nice.
Because as a kid, wrestling was the primary thing I consumed as a child. Like
Yeah. I love
that,
that.
my parents hated wrestling. Every Monday and like Tuesday and Friday, I'd just like, commandeered the downstairs TV. It's like, I'm gonna watch Monday Night Raw and nobody bother me.
That's amazing.
I need to see what John Cena's doing this week.
That is incredible. What is it about wrestling that grabbed you?
Kind of just like the grandeur of it.
Okay,
Like
sure.
the first thing that caught my eye was like these just like eccentric sets
Yeah.
that like back in the day they used to have like unique ones for each show and each pay-per-view.
Uh-huh.
And then be like, oh, this is SummerSlam, and then it's just like a wrestling set with bomb trees and stuff. It's like,
Yes.
it's the Royal Rumble, and there's this massive castle. It's like, okay, I can get behind this. I like set design. I'm probably not good at it, but I love set design.
Well, you don't have to be like good at it to appreciate it, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
have you done like theater stuff?
Yes, I was in theater in middle school.
Okay.
And I did theater like a little bit in high school, but I kind of just
Nice.
like fell off
That's awesome.
after a while. Mostly because like, so when I was in high school, I think like I didn't I so this is a lesson in just like responsibility. But when I
Sure.
went to high school, I realized that, oh hey, you can just walk off campus and nobody will say anything. So my entire
That's not true, anyone. You cannot. Okay, no, it's true some places. Don't do it though. You gotta get through high school. Do you know that I'm a high school teacher?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is why this is
Yeah. I know. I'm just like, dang it, Mosh. No, like I'm with you. Like, I think just about everybody knows that if you just walk off of campus, no one can stop you, right? But there are reasons not to, though.
There are definitely reasons not to. But I just like, I kind of went mad with power.
Oh my god.
I like would just leave. The bus would drop me off, and I had a friend that lived near there, and just like, just gonna go over to my buddy's house. He's here.
Okay.
He also skipped a ton.
Sure.
I don't know where this story was going. I kind of forgot.
We were talking about you being in theater.
Oh yeah.
But oh my goodness.
After like that, I missed half the school year.
Oh my gosh. Mosh.
There was an incident that involved yeah. This is gonna sound very horrible, and I did get in trouble for it. But
Okay.
there was an incident that involved a fire alarm, getting kicked out of class, and running to Wendy's.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And you got in trouble for it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh good. Oh good.
I
I'm glad
was in-
eventually the reign of Mosh had to come to an end.
yeah. But I was like in theater during this whole thing, and like my theater director was just like, "Well, you can't like keep doing this and not passing classes and like
Yeah.
here." So that kind of faded out, and then I became I became like kind of like really into ROTC for a minute.
That is a hard pivot. That feels like a real hard pivot to go theater to ROTC. Like
it was a very hard pivot. Like I went from freshman year just like I'm gonna graduate, I'm gonna do like theater stuff. Maybe I'll become a professional wrestler or like something in wrestling. I don't know. Maybe it'll be super chill. And that immediately turned into I'm going to join ROTC, I'm gonna join the army and become a military
Zephyr
chaplain.
too. Honestly, so if someone gave me a list, right? And they were like, okay, this genderless beautiful person did 2 of these 3 things in high school, right? If ROTC was an option, I'd be like, well, definitely not that one. I'll pick whatever the other 2 are. Like,
Oh yeah, no, completely
that is amazing.
100% different. Just like
Yeah.
person. Like I was like for like the going like 4 years. I was like clean cut in the drill team. Just like yeah, I'm gonna join the army when I get out of here.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Zeph wants to know which branch.
Which branch? I was army RTC.
Oh my goodness. I mean, okay, so on some level I can relate, right? Because, like, believe it or not, in high school, I was a pretty different person than I am now.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Like, for one, I identified as a cis man, which now is just super, super strange to me. Like, yeah. Yeah, and for most of my life, like I said, I just came out 2 years ago. It's the 2 of us, Maya. Welcome on in, friend.
Boy.
We were just talking about the fact that Mosh was big into ROTC in high school. Oh my goodness. Okay, so like you are one of those people, right? Who I feel like people who don't know people who are into wrestling don't realize, right? That wrestling people are some of the biggest freaking nerds on the planet usually, right?
Yeah.
Is that true? Like
100%. There is. So one of my mods, Rainfall, he's also a wrestling fan. Just
okay.
like at the same level, if not more, just like obsessed with it than I am.
Sure.
So I recently updated my Discord so I can just like, consolidate channels because it's like I have too many channels.
Sure.
And one of the channels we had was a wrestling like specific channel, and I got rid of it. And then we proceeded to just like inundate the general chat with nothing but wrestling talk. For like days on end of just like rumors and just like goings-ons.
Sure. Because
So, like,
because everybody needs to know about all of the wrestling haps.
Yeah, we have to tell at least 70 people how angry we are that Roman Reigns is still champion.
Sure.
That's what we're doing. And like every stream, we literally just like turn it into wrestling talk.
Oh my god.
So it's just like wrestling talk with me playing Final Fantasy.
So I grew up in the original Nintendo era, right? And there was a Well, I mean, it wasn't WWE. There was a WWF original Nintendo game that had such characters as Macho Man Randy Savage, Bam Bam Bigelow, and Hulk Hogan in them.
Bam Bam was peak. It's like weird. He had flames tattooed on his bald head.
I didn't know anything about wrestling other than that video game, but I had a friend who was very into it. So that's kind of like my exposure to it growing up. I did get in trouble because we watched it late night one time and we weren't supposed to when he was over, right? But I wanted to be cool, so of course I was going to watch the wrestling show that I wasn't supposed to watch.
If it's WWF, I feel like that's family friendly enough.
Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. We need.
Oh,
we've got to hydrate up. Oh my god, what is happening? I only know these names because of Allie and Mosh. I am completely with you. Like seriously, Michael, I don't know a lot of wrestling names either. Like I know them from that video game, and that's it. Oh, I know the Undertaker. That's one.
Yeah.
That's all the drinks you get for right now. I am far too gay to put too much water in my tummy right away, or I will have a tummy ache, and that's the last thing I want when trying to color.
Is that a gay thing?
Everything's a gay thing if you try hard enough.
Fair. Can we put that on a t-shirt?
Probably. I feel like people might take it wrong. You know? I was gonna say. Exactly. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're talking about like how different you are than ROTC version Mosh, right?
Oh yeah, ROTC baby Mosh. I like to the point where like I feel like the only thing that is equivalent to me back then would be that I still listen to rock music.
You still listen to what?
Rock music.
Oh, rock music.
That's about it.
Okay. So if you had the ability to like go back to, right, 18-year-old Mosh, what would you tell 18-year-old you?
18-year-old me, let's see, I was just about to graduate high school. Honestly, this is gonna be a weird one.
Okay.
And it's actually not gonna have anything to do with ROTC.
What? I wouldn't expect it to necessarily have anything to do with ROTC. I like that your brain is like, well, I've got to say something about ROTC. That was a weird thing that I did.
It was a weird thing that I did. Like, so when I was graduating high school, my entire intent was to like join the army, become a chaplain, and like like live out. See the look of confusion. Yeah, no, super weird for me, right?
Sure. You know.
But I was gonna join the army, become a chaplain, just like, you know, hang out, live out the rest of my life with the girl I was dating at the time. Sure. I would tell myself to break up with that girl sooner.
Okay. Fair enough.
But, I would honestly say I would tell 18-year-old Mosh to kind of embrace yourself more. There was like a period of time where I kind of like tried to fit into like numerous boxes.
Yeah.
Most of the time to no avail. So like always end up like just like switching it up. And like a lot of it's like kind of weirdly music related. So like
Okay.
when I was like couch hopping, I lived with a dude for a brief period of time. He was like super into like country rock and like country music. So I was like, I'm gonna do like a country thing.
Okay.
Um and I soon like determined that I don't necessarily enjoy most country music. So I had
Okay.
like the three artists that I listened to. The rest of it, I was just like, eh. Also, cowboy boots are very uncomfortable. That's also a thing. They're
Oh my
just
god.
very uncomfortable.
I love that.
I I so just like be yourself more. Will save you a ton of headaches. Um,
Yeah.
like a ton of disappointment.
I love that. That's really good. Wait, Zeph and I saw at least 2 queer people today at CVS. Is it rare to see queer folks by y'all? Cause like,
Weird to see queer folks at CVS.
I mean, okay, so like I'm from Minnesota, right? And in the Twin Cities of Minnesota, if I go to CVS, I'm probably seeing like visibly queer people there.
Okay, fair enough. I get I, I get where the statement's coming from because I'm in North Carolina.
Okay,
Like it is very rare,
okay,
if any, in the places that like I've lived and worked to see just like openly outwardly.
okay. That's amazing. I love that. Like I don't love that queer people are visible, but like I love that there are like differences, right? Like because like my view is always like narrower than I expect it to be, right? And I think it's wonderful when my eyes open up a little bit. Wait, it's rare for you. I definitely met one today in my building. Oh, they are also in North Carolina, Mosh, Kenna and Zeph.
Ooh.
Okay, no, because you live a half mile from a college campus. Got it. Okay, Mosh, what type of rock music?
So depending on which mosh you're asking,
Yeah,
depends on
sure.
what type of rock music. These days I listen mostly to metal.
Okay, yep.
Um, and it is mostly prog metal and just like
Oh, you're speaking my language over there.
guttural, just like just screamo, like hard music.
Okay, yeah. I am one of those like very rare people whose like favorite band never changed, right?
What's your
Um,
favorite band?
Tool is my favorite band.
Hey, love me some Tool.
Yeah. Um, Even though like there are some issues with the front man, but like we'll put
Yeah.
that aside because that seems to be true about literally every musician out there. You know?
Every rock band, like if you look further enough into it.
Yeah, I was okay. My my very thought they were straight, but clearly was not. Self right. Like Marilyn Manson was very important to me growing up, right? Because like it was like oh like this like complete weirdo person who can't do anything but be himself, right? And then my all of my hopes and dreams were dashed. That was a very hard one for me. Okay, wait. You are supposed to give Kenna and Zeph a shout if you're ever in the Raleigh, Durham area.
Okay.
So there you go.
A couple hours.
Nice. It's weird. I was wait. Oh, I grew up in a small homophobic area in Pennsylvania. It was weird. I was confused why everyone was so racist as a kid. So the my graduating class, I think we had 3 or 4 students of color in the graduating class total, and my class was like 400 some, right? It's freaking wild, y'all. Like, I did not know that trans people existed when I graduated high school, right? Like, there's a reason it took me so long to freaking figure out who I was, right? Because, like, I didn't know anybody who wasn't just, like, cookie cutter, like, here you are. Oh, you've been listening to classic Aerosmith Blue Oyster called AC/DC, The Runaways. Okay. Same, and I was one of the people of color. Yeah. Oh God, I can only imagine what that experience must have been like, right? Because like, God, I can imagine that being an incredibly othering sort of experience when like it's that visibly different and you don't have other folks that look like you to relate to. Like, that's wild to me. The school I teach at now is, well, okay, I moved across town to the other school in the district, so it's like 40% folks of color. The school I was teaching at for the last 5 years is 68% kids of color at this point. And it's been really, really great to see like just to be places where there's a lot of difference, because obviously like our world has a lot of difference to it, right? And the idea of like, I don't know, like our schools have a lot of work to do to like even the playing fields in so many different ways there. Most of my mom's extended family, if they're telling a story with someone of a race other than white, will make sure to announce the race in the story. That just like straight up just dog whistle stuff right there. Like, just full stop. I was the only black person in my college? Wow. That's wild. That is wild. Oh my gosh. Okay, Mosh, when you are not content creating, what do you do with yourself?
So let's see. It is currently changing.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. I love it.
Up until recently, I was employed.
Sure.
Recently got let go from my job. So like my life and like my schedule kind of essentially revolved around work.
Yeah.
But other than that, sleep a lot. I play with my cat.
Oh, what's your cat's name?
Her name is Nomad. We just got her when we moved into this place about 2 months ago.
Nice. That's lovely.
She's 3. She's a rescue, and she just is really needy.
Wait, so did you rescue her? Did she rescue you, Mosh?
I have not gotten to that point yet.
Okay.
I haven't gotten to the bumper sticker.
Right.
Though I'm sure we'll get there eventually. I just find her super adorable.
Oh, that's so nice. Oh, that's lovely. Cute.
She's warmed up to me like pretty instantaneously. She already like sleeps on my bed when I'm sleeping. Just like will just like want to be around me.
Yeah.
At all points of the day.
That's
so,
nice.
Like, it's great now that I'm home more.
Yeah. For sure.
It's really nice to just like she's like running around, and she'll get tired and she'll just like hop up on my bed and fall asleep. Even if I'm not in there, she's just like, oh, this is where they are. I'm just gonna sleep here because I know that Mosh will eventually show up.
Nice. That's amazing. It's only a matter of time, Mosh. Absolutely it is. Absolutely. My horrible cat, who hates everyone in the world who's not me, is very, very dear to me.
Wait, your cat hates everyone in the world that's not you?
He's a Siamese. And I guess as a Siamese, like they bond really strongly with like one human being, right? But most of them are less surly, maybe is the word. But like Buff will come. If you came to my house right now, Mosh, Buff would come, and he would all like in a like come hither sort of way, like cuddle up on your lap, meow meow, oh meow, right? And you go to pet him, and he'd bite your hand like, how dare you do that thing? Don't touch me, I touch you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's how he is. And like,
Okay, I don't think my cat's done that yet.
yeah,
She feels bothered. She'll just like, she does this thing where like she'll turn her belly up and just like go like this, and then she'll
yeah,
start like trying to move your hand.
I love that. But show cat, I can show cat. I can show cat here. Let me check the rules. Oh yeah, we can show cat. We can show cat on this channel. Where?
I'm sure she's somewhere out there. Let me see if I can find her. I'm gonna find my cat.
Oh. This is Bob. Let me find my little earphone so I can hear Mosh. Oh, so yeah, here's Buff.
Unfortunately, I can't find. I think my cat is. I think she's upset with me.
Oh, sure.
Because she'll eventually get over it. But anytime I stream.
Are you talking too loud? Is that it?
No, she so like I will like as I'm getting ready, I have to like rearrange stuff, and she doesn't like. Oh, I hear her now. Hold on.
Yeah, so Buff hates everybody who's not me. But like he's the sweetest cat in the world to me. Right? Like he wants the attention all the time. He just only wants it from me. Which makes oh my gosh, look! Buff would love you. Maybe. Buff is scrungly. He looks mad. He's not mad. Are you mad? Oop. When Buff is mad, he usually makes you know about it. Yeah. I do not like the lights. Are the lights too bright?
So this is Nomad.
Hi, Nomad. Oh, she got one of them faces. Oh, cute. Buff, why can't you be like that cat?
Also licks me a lot.
Yeah, she's keeping you clean. You're filthy.
I'm cleaner than she is.
I don't know. She doesn't think so. Oh.
But yes, she tends to want to be needy, especially when I'm streaming.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll close the door and she'll just like lightly scratch at the door. Like, hey, let me in. I need to be here.
Oh gosh, there's just hair everywhere. It is the shedding season.
Yeah,
This is now Cat Kim.
I have way too many black clothes.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I get that. Stop chewing on my coloring. That's not nice.
Hang out here. Are you gonna lick yourself on camera again? It's gonna be so
I love when we have a pet break. Yeah, absolutely. Loki used to have mouth issues, so when he cleaning himself made him so stinky and you had to bathe him? Oh no.
No, this is the first pet I owned.
Okay.
And I didn't know that like cats clean themselves. So
Oh no. Did you try to wash your cat?
No.
Okay.
Luckily, my roommate stopped me. When I first got her, like my initial thing was like, how are we gonna clean her? She doesn't like to stay in one place. Is she just gonna like run around the house and just like freak out? my roommate Josh was just like, cats clean themselves. She's a house cat. She just does her own thing.
Which sounds patently ridiculous, right? If someone would like, if I was like, how are we gonna clean the car? And someone was like, cars clean themselves. I'd be like, what in the world? Like, that is a ridiculous thing to say.
Yeah. Like,
but with cats, it's true.
I need to clean her. But like, apparently I don't need to clean her.
No, you don't. You don't. Most cats you don't need to clean. Most cats, yeah.
This is she just hangs out there now during
Oh,
most of the day.
my black cat is an absolute gumdrop of a baby. She only does little hops for pets and will scream. Oh, cute. Her name's Luna from Sailor Moon. I love that. Mosh, how did you react to the zoomies?
Okay, so funny story.
Yes.
So Nomad gets the zoomies at like 3 a.m.
Uh-huh.
So with my like current just like completely skewed sleep schedule, luckily I am awake, and that's like right around the time my roommate, like one of my roommates gets home from work, so he's also awake. She reacts to any noise of the door. So she like freaks out. She'll like, zoom on out of here, zoom to the front, just like zoom back and just like zoom into his room and just like start freaking out and running around. But it's at 3 a.m. So just like, are you okay? Was you have like too much catnip? What? What?
No, you're right. 3 a.m. is the magic number for cats doing mischief.
Like, luckily I'm awake, but if I wasn't awake, it'd be
Oh my
super
gosh.
jarring to wake up to.
You're awake at 3 a.m. That's amazing.
Yeah. Not at night. So like, it's
Yeah. I am definitely not. Even okay, so like even if like I had my way and I could like I had no schedule to speak of, 3 a.m. is not a number I'd be seeing ever. Like I'm just not. I
really,
just say
it's a magical time.
like once in a great while maybe. I'm just not built that way.
Is it like so when I typically when I stream,
Yeah.
I tend to stream more at night than during the day.
Uh huh.
That is of course has changed since then.
Uh huh.
Because I have more free time during the day.
Sure.
Um, but typically I used to do this thing called sleepover streams where I like streamed in my pajamas and just like play games with chat, and we'd just like game until like 7 a.m., 8 a.m. in the morning, and then I just like go to bed and
Oh my gosh. My
wake
first
up.
okay, my first actual like encounter with you, right? Was when I was organizing like a charity raid train thing, right? And I ended up giving you the last slot of the evening
Oh yeah.
and the first slot of the morning. And once I realized my mistake, I'm like, oh, I'm going to switch this up or something. You're like, no, that's fine. I'm just going to stream all the way through. And so you
I
streamed for
remember.
like 14 hours or something like that.
What is it? I try to remember. It was 16. Yeah, that's the
16.
longest. That's currently the longest I've. No, it's not the longest. It's the second longest I've.
Oh my god, that's so much time. That's too long. I do not stream like that. It's a long time, right?
It is a very long time.
Oh my gosh.
There is so like that is the like that's I would say that's the longest stream I've did for like a charity cause.
Sure.
The other one was completely on accident.
You just accidentally streamed for more than 16 hours or 14 hours or whatever?
But hear me out.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So I used to predominantly stream Destiny 2.
Right.
And every Sunday morning, me and one of my buddies, Dan Finity, we would wake up and we would help people through like stuff in Destiny 2. And we'd start like at 9 a.m.
Okay.
And we keep going. We go from 9 to 5, and then we
Okay.
call it. So I did that
Yeah.
9 to 5, and then I was like, I've been playing because I was streaming during the day more, and I was playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. I was like, I kind of want to
Yeah.
finish this game today. So I just started playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, and like, it is an accomplishment in other way that it was the largest amount of viewership that I got without a raid or
Sure.
anything. Because it was just like me and like 75 people just like chilling, playing Final Fantasy. I was just like, oh God.
That's amazing.
And like by the time it hit like midnight, I was like almost done. I was like, I gotta keep going. I gotta finish this game.
Amazing.
And like I don't remember when I finished. It was like 3 a.m. or something of the sort.
Oh my gosh,
Like 9 a.m. to 3 a.m.
that is such a long time. That is such a long time. Oh my goodness. That's wild. Let's see. Oh wait. Oh, I'm missing things. Jinx is the kitty I own, and she is a specific nickname, which is Trash Gremlin. She'd jump on my trash can or get in the trash cans and just yell at me to go to bed. Oh, cute, Pastel. I love that. Oh. Wait, hi, Claws and things. I seem familiar. I think you know Zen. Probably. That sounds familiar. I don't know if I know someone that specifically shortens their name to Zen, though. Right? You got your It Gets Better t-shirts today. Congratulations. That's wonderful. Welcome in. Oh, my goodness. Wait, shout out was... What are we doing? Stop shout... We don't need to shout me out, right? Shout out our wonderful guest here.
Oh, hi.
Yeah. If you are not following my dear friend Mosh, you should be. They are really, really wonderful. And they sometimes accidentally stream for close to 24 hours at a time, apparently.
Now that I'm thinking about just like chaotic streams I've done.
Yeah. Is this supposed to do a follow button? It does. Doesn't it put it at like the top of chat or something like that? I think it does. I think it does. Is the idea anyway. Maybe it's not active on all channels yet. Oh my goodness.
I'm like thinking of the longest streams I've done, and I completely forgot one.
Yeah?
There was another like 14, 16-hour one.
God.
That involved like trying to day one a Destiny 2 raid. And it is the only time I like visibly lost my marbles. Like I went I
like you got angry or just silly?
No.
Okay.
We devolved into chaos.
Got it.
After a while.
Nice.
It was really weird.
Yeah, I feel like I don't even know what my longest has been. I feel like I've not done more than like 10 or maybe 12 hours at most. I did like so I'm one of those people that believes in knowing your limits, right? And some people like you can somehow function after that much time. I am not one of those people, right? Like if you put me in a spot for more than 4 or 5 hours, like nobody wants to see what happens. Like I just get dumb, you know?
I am that person on everything else except for streaming.
That's amazing. Yeah, I don't like I think it's wonderful, right? Like one of the things I really like about streaming is that it brings so many different sorts of people together and like gives a lot of like I like a lot of different styles of streamers and a lot of different people that do a lot of different things, right? And like I love that. I mean, they're like I have some of my favorite streamers that do like 1.5 to 2 hour streams, and some of my favorite streamers that stream all freaking day long and like everything in between, right? And like I love that.
Slowly trying to become, I think I'm like subconsciously slowly trying to become like a stream 24-hour streamer.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's aggressive. That's like real aggressive.
Like my average stream length right now is like 8 hours.
Yeah. Oh, pronoun check. If you are comfy, please share your pronouns in chat. And if you are not comfy, that is completely fine. I'm Miss Huffle. My pronouns are she, her.
Hi, I'm MoshPatt. My pronouns are he, they.
Wonderful. Pastel Madness, she, they. Chameleon Cosplays, she, her. Zeph, Flaunty, Gem, they, he. Claus and things, he, they. We got he, theys just representing in chat today. Kenna Cornbread, best name on Twitch, by the way, is my dear Kenna Cornbread. She, they. Maybe. Who knows at this point? Oh, I love that. Ace, how are you, my friend? They, them. Oh my god. Also, we need a shout out for a typical queer, please. It's so good to see you, Ace. I hope you're doing well. Okay.
I think my camera lost focus when I went to get my cat, so I'm going to turn my camera off and turn it back on.
Okay. Fair enough.
That's weird.
You are back. Oh, you're
There
so
we
sharp now. You're like the
Right?
sharpest. We're going to break in a few minutes, and I was going to say something during the break, but I was like, no. Protect the production quality. We're not going to talk about this on stream, but I mean, this is way better now because now I get to see your beautiful face in more sharpness. Are you up for us checking in on pictures right now?
Yeah.
Let's see where you at.
No. I might actually have to color more. Already started coloring.
Wow, those are both just beautiful. I love it a lot.
Yeah.
Nice. I've been the axolotl needs more work, right? But it's getting there. And I got like some of the gems going, so that's what we're going there. And then the blep I'm pretty happy with. So yeah. Oh my goodness. Kenna's fast as heck, boy. Yeah, it's true. Oh gosh. Okay, so you've done some like really like impressively like long sorts of things. What in general, right? Are you one of those people that just like when you fall into something, do you just go hard on it?
In a way, yeah.
Okay.
Like if I really enjoy something,
Yeah.
like, as like a hobby or something, I get super into it.
Nice.
Like, streaming wrestling, I got super into wrestling.
Sure.
It's like enjoy. I like learning like different things about it too. Like a lot of the stuff for like streaming on the back end
Yeah.
was like self-taught or just like learning through trial and error, just like looking up stuff. And then after a while, I had just like friends that helped me like find free options for things. I like throwing myself into things that don't involve money.
Sure. No, I think that's great in general. I think that's super lovely. Okay, wait. There's that. That's me with art. I'm just all in. Nice. I love that. That's me with people, right? Like I'm. It's taken me a long time to figure out, right? That like my real strength is relational, right? And like I'm okay at a lot of different things, right? But like the thing I'm actually good at is like relating to people, right? And like that is, I don't know, that's part of the reason that like this is what I do on this channel, right? Because like I love learning about like how people work and what makes them tick and like what they care about and like how their world looks different than mine, right? Because I feel like all of us have this like very flawed view of reality, like necessarily. Like I feel like that's part of like the human condition, right? And like I love getting to explore little pieces of somebody else's experience, you know? Yeah. Oh my gosh. So are you cranked through? I was like, oh, you're so ambitious. You're doing 2 pictures. Like that's a lot, and you've already cranked through 2 pictures.
I honestly didn't expect I'd get this far.
That's amazing. That's like super wild to me.
I'm impressed that I managed to stay between the lines so much.
Yeah. So you do coloring outside of this time or not really?
No.
Like, when was the last time you colored before today?
Honestly, I can't remember. That's how long it's been.
Wow.
But it is honestly I kind of really enjoy it.
Isn't it great?
It's really great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Last night. Let's go. Love that.
with like the technology age and everything.
Yeah.
I rarely write things or color things.
Sure.
Everything I do is like on a computer. The most I've done is like sign my name.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like super, I guess lethargic would be the word.
Cathartic?
Like cathartic. Yeah.
There you go. I was like, I don't think that you mean like. I could see how it could be lethargic as well, right? But yeah,
Words are hard.
words are hard. I completely agree with you there.
To just like, I don't know, it's to like put pen to paper.
Yeah,
Feels fun.
I feel like it's one of those things too, because like obviously like we've spent some time together, right? But like a one-on-one conversation is real different than like group things or like when something else is going on, right?
Right.
And so like for me, I don't know why, but somehow like the coloring piece just like it lets my brain just be like more present and not so like in my head about like what I'm gonna say and like all that sort of thing.
Feel that because honestly, for like most conversations,
Yeah.
regardless of like how invested I'm in, I feel like most humans have this thing now, or most, yeah, like where we check our phones, and like I haven't touched my phone this
Yeah.
entire time, but like
But you would have if not for the colors. Is that kind of your
no, but like
okay?
even because like I'm pretty socially awkward.
Really, really
I
a queer streamer, socially awkward in this here internet? No way.
I mean it happens.
It does. It does. We're all awkward. I feel like that is one of those things.
So like even luckily I've had the luxury of um like with streams recently us have like gotten more like unable to carry a conversation. I have the luxury of just like reading on-screen text
Yeah.
as Final Fantasy has just like a lot of text boxes
Sure.
aren't voice acted. So like that fills the silence, but like I don't know. It feels good to have a like an actual genuine conversation and just
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm with you. This is like one of those things. Like this, I don't. When I started doing this on It Gets Better's channel, I'm like, okay, I'm putting this on the shelf for my channel right now, right? Because like, I want this to feel special, right, to me, and it does, right? Because like we sit down and I'm just like, I'm like, oh my gosh, like we're going to like sit and like know some things about each other. Like this is pretty cool. Yeah. Aw. Okay, we're gonna break very shortly. What? Okay, so like you're into wrestling, you're into Destiny. What other fandoms are you in? Do you consume other media, or are you one of those like gamer like purists?
so let's see. I I listened to like a handful of podcasts.
Okay, okay.
Um
Tell me about your podcast, Smosh.
I've become one of those true crime podcast people.
Okay, wow, wow. Okay,
But it's like a specific true crime podcast. So like I listened to last podcast on the left where it mixes true crime with like just comedy. And it's just like three dudes just like, oh, first we're talking about true crime and let's just sprinkle in a bunch of fart jokes. I'm just like, okay.
okay. Yeah, I can see that. I'm with you. Welcome in, Allie. Good to see you. Nice, nice. Okay. So you like the true crime? Are you okay? So like, at least half the people I know that listen to true crime podcasts, the only podcasts that they listen to are true crime podcasts. Is that you?
No.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
I listen to a lot of like podcasts and like the history of things. It's like I like to
Yeah.
know where like things came from. So like the other like last week, I don't know if anybody remembers what Zoids are, but
Zoids. I don't think I know Zoids. What are
so
Zoids?
it was like this old school, like not necessarily old school, but like anime thing where it's just like it was just giant fighting animal robots that transformed into like giant fighting robots.
So like, okay. So like
It was
Transformers, but Beast Mode. I forget what that one was called, but that idea,
like
but not.
Transformers mixed with Voltron.
Okay. Yeah.
And like it's a very obscure thing from like the 90s and like my childhood.
Uh
And
huh.
like I like absorb weird things like that. Like I can give you an encyclopedic history of like every Power Rangers series from like Mighty Morphin to like before Disney bought it like
Wow.
the second time.
I
But
love that. That's
like
amazing.
I like weird things that like how this thing was made or the history of.
And like the history of Zoids was one of those that just grabbed you. I
Well, just
love
like I
that.
just randomly listened to it. I was just driving around and it's like the history of Zoids.
You're like, this is now the thing that I do. I love
Yeah,
that. That's amazing.
was it.
That's amazing.
I learned about SCPs, that whole thing.
Oh God. I I have so many students that have gone so far down the SCP rabbit hole. We're
Oh
like,
no.
yeah, like I don't know any actual numbers of them because like I'm not good at hanging on to numbers in general, right? But like I know all about the machine that'll print you a cup of whatever you say and therefore could end the universe if you requested the wrong thing, and like all sorts of the weird things that go on there. It's very
Have they
strange.
told you about the never ending IKEA store?
No. No. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. You know what's funny is like I had a couple students that last year in the middle of science class, right? I'd like come over and I'd be like, "Hey, like we're not doing our stuff. Like what's going on? How can I help you like get on track, right?" And they would just like launch into like SCP number blah blah blah, and I'd be like, "Nope, stop. You finish this worksheet and then you can tell me about this and I will like have this conversation with you." And they'd like look all grumpy about it, and then they do the dang worksheet and then come up and be like, "It's done." Like, all right, tell me about your SCP. Oh my god.
So,
Allie
like,
loves true crime. Yeah, of course you do. Of course you do. Keep you company as I drive home. We can do that. My friend used to write for them. For who? For Zoids? Or for the SCP folks?
probably the SCP. I don't
I
know
was
if we
gonna
know
say,
anybody who
I
wrote
was
for
gonna say,
Zoids.
Zoids is like. There's no way that you have friends that old. I would imagine. SCP. Okay, got it. I figured. I just my brain jumped back to like, okay, what have we been talking about? And like it ratcheted back one too far. You know?
Like figure out do you know who wrote the IKEA one then? Because I want to shake their hand.
Mr.
It's
Sweat
the
Live saying
weird.
they're playing Borderlands with me. Yeah, not tonight, honey. That's tomorrow. Silly. I'm sure they just didn't change their business or something. Yeah, I'm just making sure I'm not like missing a bunch of DMs. I'm not. Whew. You never know. I once in a while, you ever do that thing where like you promise you're gonna be in like 3 different places at once? and then you have to like disappoint a bunch of people. I I very rarely like will set it up where I'm supposed to be at 2 places at once, right? If I set it up so that I'm going to be in 2 places at once, I'm definitely going to have set up that I'm going to be in at least 3 places at that time, because like I don't like do it halfway, right? Like I just like go into it, you know. He was on their staff. Wow. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
I'm right there with you. Look, I forgot I had jury duty next week and made plans, and I had to cancel them. So you're fine.
Wow, that's impressive. Oh my goodness. My coloring is like actually like I'm making more progress than I usually do. We're gonna like take a break momentarily. Have you have you selected a new coloring to a new sheet to color? Those would be the words I could put together to make sense of the thing I'm trying to say.
I am looking for one. I fear that I have made an oopsie doody.
Did you bleed through a few?
Yeah. I just straight up bled through. So like
Yeah.
this is the actual page.
Right.
And this is behind it.
I mean that looks punk rock though.
Yeah, totally.
It's all right. Yeah. No problem. Enjoy your lurk. I appreciate that. Here's where I'm at presently. Right, we're coming together. We're making some progress. I don't know why my white balance never wants to play nice on these, but you know, there it is. Okay, so we're going to take a break. For those of you who have been here the whole time and have not done anything to care for your bodies since we started, right? Do something nice for you. Drink something, eat something, stretch, go to the bathroom. It's not good to hold it. It's bad for your kidneys. So go pee if you've gotta, right? And we'll be back in about 5 minutes. So see everybody very shortly. Okay, and we're back. I hope everyone like did what we said, right? Like I've got enough teacher energy that you should have listened and done what you were told, right? Right? I should hope so.
Is that teacher energy?
Yes. Yes. Juice. I don't know what that's about, but yes, juice. Juice counts as drinking water, sort of, right? It's kind of sugary, maybe. I don't know if it's
Sure.
quite the same, but like it's better than drinking nothing, I guess. Like if the options are don't drink anything ever or drink juice, like drink the juice, I guess. But I hope everyone enjoyed their break. Got a cupcake and some juice. Add in the cupcake and wow, that is a healthful set of things. It's good for the soul at least. You know? All right, Mosh, if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Any superpower. It has to be something ridiculous.
Okay.
So
Sure.
the ability to telepathically make people dance.
Oh my. That's a good superpower. Okay, so then follow-up question. Do you get to decide what kind of dance? Or is it
Yes.
like interesting and okay, so let's say that you wanted to make me I don't even know what dance you would choose. Do ballet, right? Does it that I will do the best job that I can do to do ballet with my knowledge, or am I going to be like a better than I would have otherwise been sort of ballet dancer?
I'm gonna say my interpretation of what ballet is.
Okay. Ooh, this is good.
I'm definitely using this for evil.
You're using what?
I'm using this for evil.
Oh, of course. No, that wasn't in question.
Yeah.
No, I got you. I love it. Do you have like a specific use case in mind, or like just like generally like this is gonna come in handy?
I mean, I can force people to do the Macarena until they give me things I want.
Wow. That you came to that way too quickly. Have you thought about this before? That's amazing.
No, I'm just like
You're just
like, yeah, just
Okay. So if you were a wrestler, would you be a good guy wrestler or a bad guy wrestler?
I'd 100% be a bad guy wrestler.
Oh my
It's more
gosh.
fun to be a bad guy wrestler.
Excellent. I like that. Like what surprises me about that, right? Is like that makes sense to me, right? Just like but on like first glance, right? Like you are one of like the nicest people I've ever met, right?
Oh.
So like I could see why someone might be surprised by that answer, you know?
I'm 100% showing up, making fun of their sports team.
Yeah.
Like, telling a bunch of kids and I'm gonna make them cry and
Wow.
like, I'm evil.
Yeah. Huh. I feel like there's like okay, so would you because like there's two different types of like bad guy wrestlers, right? There's like bad guy wrestler that everyone like legitimately hates, right? And then there's like bad guy wrestler that people are like, I mean like I don't want him to win, but like right? You know what I'm saying?
That second one.
The
Definitely
second one.
Like a Stone Cold type.
Okay. we're like you're the like beloved bad guy.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes more sense to me. I get it now. Yeah. Are you okay? This is one of those questions that can if this is too personal, like we can just move on, right? But like, are you somebody who having people like you is important to you, or not really?
Subconsciously, I think it might be important.
Yeah,
I guess in a
sure.
way, like, as a content creator,
Yeah,
you have that thing. It's like, I want people to like me, but
right.
like side of that, I'm just kind of here. If somebody has, I like live on the basis of if somebody has a problem with me, they can talk to me. We can
Sure.
figure it out. Or
Yeah.
like, I don't necessarily believe in like starting conflict for the sake of starting conflict.
Sure. No. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting. That's lovely. Yeah, I feel like I I am somebody who like it is generally important for me to to like be somebody that is like likable, right? And like to a fault, right? Like I wish I was better at like putting that on the shelf sometimes, right? Because like it I feel like that's one of those times that like likability and authenticity like get in a battle, right? And like it's definitely a core value of mine to like be authentic, right? So yeah, I
I
don't
mean,
know.
like, it's funny.
Yeah,
Every moment or every morning,
yeah.
going to work, I would purposely make it so that I'd be like just miserable. Just because it would mess with people. It's like I'd be having a good day, I'd just go and just like, yeah, I'm having a good day, walk through the front door. Ugh.
Wait, okay. So you were faking being miserable, or you were
Yeah.
active? So you, so you. There's a big piece of you. This is now we're getting somewhere here. There's a big piece of you that is like a professional troll, then, right? Like, not necessarily like in a way that's gonna hurt anybody, right? But right?
It was I do it for like every job. So like I work in pharmacy, and
Yeah.
like I used to work in retail pharmacy. I used to do the same thing, and it'd be like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'd be like awake for like 4 hours already, and like I've had a pretty decent day, had a good breakfast. Just
Yeah.
like it's like gonna go through these doors. I have to be as miserable as possible for like 4 hours.
So where does that come from? Like, why do you want to do that?
It's the aesthetic.
Meaning, like, like, say more about that. What do you mean it's the aesthetic?
My aesthetic is I don't want to be here,
Okay, okay,
but I'm
that's
perfectly fine with being there.
right. Huh. That's super interesting to me.
It adds a unique dynamic to the day. Where
Sure.
like if I like am happy later on a day, like, well, you guys, you were like upset this morning or something. It's like, no, I wasn't. What are you talking about?
So okay, am I right then to say that like you like surprising people?
Yeah, like
Okay,
for
I
the
like
most
that.
part, people that know me, like that see me like day to day in real
Yeah,
life here. Like I'm more I feel like I could be more authentic, like in like stream or like
sure,
with like people I honestly like don't see every day.
sure.
Um, where it's just like there's like less pressure. I can just be myself, and you can absorb in like small chunks. So
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
like I've had like people that I know in real life like see my stream, and they're just like, "Who is this person?"
That's really interesting to me. That's really interesting. So you so I'm hearing that there's like there's two different versions of you, right? But like the version of you that's the most like true to who you are is like the you that you get to be on stream.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Where does so why like what is it about like your streaming space that makes you feel more like more able to be yourself?
So, no, like it's like a space that I partially curated.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That like
Is it kind of like a sense of safety sort of thing, or
yeah, kind of yeah.
okay, that makes a lot of sense. I like that. So like grumpy persona, right? Like as far as like grumpy I don't want to be here persona, right? Is that more because you feel like that's like funny, or is it more like that feels protective, or like what?
Initially, it's protective, but honestly,
Okay, sure.
I think it's hilarious.
Nice. I like that. I like that. That's really funny.
Because like I feel like most of the medical profession,
Yeah.
like like I got into it to help people.
Sure.
So like I would say probably around like halfway through my like first year in the medical field, realized that it's we're getting like somewhat serious here. I guess it's predominantly money based.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where I was just like, I got into this to help people, and like
Right.
I don't know. So like, I don't know.
Yeah. No, like you're not. It's totally fine, right? Like I'm like you're talking to a trans woman who's like fighting with insurance to try and get like things covered for her, right? Like I get it that it's like the money gets in the way of like doing a lot of what you might want to do.
Yeah.
So like I hear some like sense of like disillusionment there, or is it something different?
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely
Okay.
there is like a bit of disillusion with the medical
Sure.
field to the point
Sure.
where like I'm currently like even because I'm currently like hunting for a job
Sure.
where I'm trying to find something outside of the medical field.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I I mean I can on some level relate to that, I think, because like so I was in IT, and when I went from IT to teaching, like I took a 55% pay cut, right? And it was one of those things where like for me, I needed to be doing something that I felt like was doing good in the world, right?
Yeah.
And like I didn't feel like that was me in the IT world anymore, right? Like it felt like it like I had that same sense of like I am only doing this for money, right? Like anybody could do this and it doesn't have to be me, right? Sort of thing. Oh my gosh, Allie, welcome back. It's good to see you. Kenny, you had a Waffle House dinner of chalky chip waffle and cheesy ham hash browns. My dear, you are going to be pooping for days. Especially Anakin, juice and a cupcake, can of cornbread. Eat a vegetable, please. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes. Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay. I have had a vegetable today. Oh, you were asking you. I'm sorry. I was like, are you calling me out right now, Mosh? Are you trying to ask me if I am following my own advice? Because sometimes no, but today yes.
What kind of vegetable did you have?
I had. Oh God, am I lying right now? No, I had fruit for lunch. It wasn't a vegetable. No, it's true. I had 2 clementines for lunch, and I had some like of the veggie like crisps or straws, but those don't really count either. I don't feel like those are like fake vegetables. I'm just like flat out just like lying. Apparently, I had a bunch of tomatoes last night, but that was the last vegetable that I had. So, yep. No, I had squash soup. Right? Like butternut squash soup. Does that count as a vegetable? I feel like it does.
I like had the internal thought of is squash a fruit or a vegetable? It's a vegetable.
I don't. So like I have to have this I have a 7-year-old, right? And she is very particular, right? And she learned that cucumbers are fruits, right? And that beans are fruits, right? And I, on a very regular basis, have to like have the conversation being like, honey, regardless of whether it is like in the field of growing plants. I'm a biology major. I know what that is. I just can't think of it right now. Horticulture. In the field of horticulture, it may be a fruit, right? But nutritionally, the way we use it in meals and the way our body uses it, we call it a vegetable. So stop it. No one's going to want to talk to you if you're that kid who's like, well, actually, right?
And then the deGrasse Tyson of children, yes.
Oh my God, exactly. And then she just tells me something like, well, I like to be correct, so.
I mean, I feel that.
Yeah.
I have a twin sister. She's exactly like that.
You have a twin sister? Really?
Yes.
What is it like having a twin?
Do
you have other siblings or no?
I do. I have a bunch of half brothers and half sisters.
Okay. So like you know like what siblings are like in general. How does it compare to have a twin to having a sibling?
In the long run,
yeah,
I like having a twin.
Okay.
There have been times where I've just been like,
I won't tell her. Don't worry.
Oh, don't worry, she knows.
Okay. I love it.
Like, yeah, it's cool having a twin. It's also like it's nice because she's been my like the person I go to for stuff.
Yeah.
I have questions like about my identity. Because when we were growing up, we didn't know like any like same thing like for you, like you like with the trans thing. You didn't know like trans people existed when you came out of
Right.
Like, I literally didn't know non-binary people existed until like I got on like the Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like what?
No,
You
it was
can do that.
Exactly. Right. You don't like find out that there's these other options there, right? Unless you find out about them.
So like I had the luxury of like so even when I was figuring out my sexuality,
Yeah.
because I of course was a horrible student.
Sure. Cut in class
She
and
was
all that.
one grade, yeah, she was one grade ahead of me.
Okay.
So when she was in college and I was a senior,
Yeah.
is when I kind of figured out like, hey, I might not just like, girls, I might like, more than girls.
Yeah.
And like she was a great sounding board for that. I don't think I could have gone to like any other sibling with that.
That's awesome. That's really cool. I can imagine how important it must have felt to be able to like have that, right? To have somebody that you could actually talk about like something as scary as like, hey, like there's this big thing about myself that I don't understand.
Yeah, no, it was like a like weird phone call at like 3 a.m. because everything happens at 3 a.m. for some reason. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, can I talk to you for a second?
That's awesome. I think like the fact that you felt safe enough with her to do that, like that says a lot about y'all's relationship, right? Like,
oh yeah.
I wanted to push her glasses up on her face and say, well, actually, she's going to any moment. I'm sure. Nice. Okay, so like you had that extra closeness. Do you feel like that's because like y'all are twins, or do you feel like if you were separated by like another year or whatever, like would you have the same relationship or no?
We probably would have because we grew up in the same household.
Okay, sure. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really like interesting because like I'm the oldest of 6, right? But like I am not close to my siblings, right? Like they were they were told of my identities after the fact. They certainly were not like involved in the like me figuring it out stages, you know? And so like it's I think it's really great that you had that. Ooh. Ooh. Once in a while when I'm coloring, like something happens and I like look at it and I'm like, oh, like that's the right color to select it. Like look at this one. Wait, where'd it go? Right here. This purple in the background is what I just selected and put in there. The color's all off on this right now. I think, oh, I know why. I'll do it this way then. It's because my like background lighting is not white. And so it's doing all sorts of things that are not what I want it to do. Aha! Okay, now you can see better. This purple in the background is just it's the perfect purple for right there. You couldn't do better than that. No way. Exactly. It's not that the purple itself is doing the shining, right? It's everything else. Okay, let me. I don't know what. Now I've got like the yellowest lights on in my house for some reason. Stop it. Right. Okay. There we go. Now I've got like proper lighting. You're having another urge to cut your hair again. Allie, I can't do Zoom right now because it would screw up everything that's going on the stream. But if I could, I would zoom in super close and tell you to do it.
Do it.
Yeah. Hair grows back. You're fine. Yes. Can we get some duets in chat, please? Yes. I love it. I love it. Stirring the pat is like one of my favorite things to do, just generally. This one. I just want to make good choices. You do make good choices. Banks were a good choice.
All hair choices are good choices.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. How did it feel to when you did the like grow your hair out for a year, right? Was there any piece of you that was sad about cutting it all off, or were you just completely ready?
At the time I like fluctuated in
Yeah.
like between that. At the time I cut it off, I basically was just like, okay, it's over. I'm cutting off my hair. I want it because like I'm normally bald.
Okay, sure. So that's a big change.
It is.
I love that.
I didn't. It's like I got used to it, but like before I had hair, I didn't like the concept of just like waking up and having to deal with my hair. I
Sure.
just like being able to wake up, take a shower, get ready, go.
Yeah, that makes sense. So that like transitioning into it, but then when it came time to like cut it down, there's like a piece of you that's like, no, like, but I worked so hard.
But yeah, that and I was just like, what are my fashion choices going to be now? I'm still wearing this
Wait.
baseball cap for like I have to now match everything with the multitude of black baseball caps that I have. Because I'm
Because
not gonna lie to you. What?
wait, so you want to be bald but never show anyone that you're bald?
Okay, so I have this dilemma
Okay.
where my head can get really, really shiny at some points in time. I'm like
Nice.
completely bald. And if I'm using a ring light,
Yeah.
it just like reflects off. So
Wait, so your biggest issue is head glare?
my biggest issue is head glare.
Yeah, I love this so much. I cannot believe that the word head glare just came out of my mouth. Like if you would have, oh my gosh. Okay. So you've got a head glare to deal with.
So I've got head glare. Also,
Yeah.
because because I've pretty much either by myself or with like a barber's help have just been shaving my head bald repeatedly
Yeah.
over and over for like years, like a decade.
Yeah.
So it started balding because now
Right.
I'm like getting up there where my hair is just like, oh, you don't want this. Okay, well, cool. We're just gonna stop working.
Oh my god. Trans women everywhere wish that this worked everywhere, by the way.
Now we got me. It's just like I started getting bald. I was just like, well, I'm not gonna let nature punk me out. I'm just
Sure.
gonna do it myself.
Yeah, like you're gonna make your own choices about this.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm gonna bald gracefully by being bald all the time.
Yeah. Nice. I think that's
But like
wonderful.
there's a point when growing your hair when you're balding where like the hair just takes over.
Okay.
So like you couldn't tell unless I like parted my hair in like a certain way, which I rarely ever did.
Sure.
But like you could see like a bald spot.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm just like I don't know. I kind of liked having hair.
Yeah.
I got to like make a lot of fashion choices that I typically would not be able to make.
Sure.
Yeah.
Nice. I think that's wonderful. Oh my gosh, I'm at the point of choosing like overall background color, and this is one of those choices that'll either like bring it all together or it's gonna ruin it.
Mm.
And I'm trying to decide if it should be this like hot pink but going really light on it. I don't know. One time I joked with Zeph that I was going to cut off 8 inches when I was going in for a trim, and then you cut off 8 inches. Sometimes jokes become not jokes anymore. You know? Yeah.
Spoken into existence.
Yeah. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Okay. I need to talk to my kiddo for one quick second. Do you think you could, Mosh, can you entertain stream for just one quick moment here?
Yes, but I'm gonna tell them about the cube roll.
Okay, do it. I love it.
So, chat. Have you all heard about the cube rule? It's the ultimate rule of food. Everything can fit inside a cube. Everything with starch. Like, so technically, hot dogs are tacos. A sub is also a taco. Burritos are sushi. And Big Macs are technically cake. Big Macs are cake because it has 3 layers. Right? Cool. Lasagnas are also cakes. But like, so it's like levels. Sorry, what? I'm just saying. This it's science. It's science. Hi, Lady Puffle. But like, hear me out. Hear me out. You have a cube, right? An enclosed cube is a calzone, right? If you take off one section of that cube, it's like the top layer. You've got a bread ball. You agree about the hot dog taco thing? Heck yeah. So like you've got a bread bowl, right? If you take off like two sections, like the front and the back, you've got sushi. And that's where like burritos and stuff come from, right? So like burritos are technically sushi. If you take off three sections, so you've got the U shape now, that's a taco. So like your subs, your hot dogs, yeah, those are tacos, right? You take off the like third section, right? So you've got a sandwich. You've got the two sandwiches. And then you take off the last section and you have one section, and that's toast. So like pizza is technically toast. There are outliers to this. There are outliers. Like I said, there's cake, which is like what a Big Mac is and like what lasagna is, cake. Oh, I think my cat wants to be let out. But I'm gonna keep talking about this. So okay. So oh. So it's cake. Big Macs are cake. Lasagna's cake. Also, Chicago deep dish pizza is not pizza. Let's just clear that up real quick. Chicago deep dish pizza is a casserole at best. At best, it's a casserole. I'm gonna turn off and back on my camera because I think it's a little blurry. There we go. Cool. So yeah. If you have any other food opinions, please let me know. And I will prove them wrong. Oh hi!
Oh, hi, I'm so sorry. My daughter's supposed to be like asleep like half an hour ago, right?
Oh.
And she literally never tries to call me after bedtime. But apparently she was missing me so much that she could not sleep.
Aww.
So I had to pull that together. Wait, the hot dog is a taco thing? Yeah, hot dog is clearly a taco. Obviously.
Yeah, I'll tell them about Cubrel.
Yeah, and cereal is a soup.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. And mosh is a sushi, I'm pretty sure. I don't know the cube rule on that one, honestly.
There's a graph. I have a graph.
I do love graphs. I spent a lot of time trying to get ninth graders to tell me what graphs say. From Charlotte? Wait. What is Rock Hill? I have dear friends that live in Rock Hill. I've been out there to visit them multiple times. And what's the college that's there? She doesn't teach there anymore, but that's where she taught. And so I've gone with them into downtown Charlotte several times.
Yeah.
So I've been in your neck of the woods before.
What is stuffed crust pizza? Stuffed crust pizza would be toast surrounded by sushi.
No. What?
Yeah.
Oh, because toast because of the pizza. But I was thinking about the crust specifically. But okay, yeah.
Crust would be sushi.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Just sushi made into a circle and then like toast. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. You want to go to North Carolina someday? Is it nice?
It is. In certain places, it's nice.
Okay, what do you like about it, and what do you not like about it?
What do I like about it? I will say it is a rather affordable place to live.
Okay, nice. That's important.
In the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
This is adult Mosh talking. It's just like, yeah, it's pretty affordable.
It's cheap though. Like, yeah, I like it. I like it.
Pretty cheap. Like it's not like the cheapest place, but like
Sure.
it's manageable.
Yeah.
More than like, I don't know, living in like California or New York or like a big city, or I guess
Sure.
Charlotte's technically a big city. But like
Yeah, it's got to be bigger, right?
it's all right. Yeah.
How big is Charlotte?
I think it's like one of the biggest cities in North Carolina.
Okay.
Let's say. Yeah.
Nice.
Let's see, what do I not like about it? It's not manageable with 7. Oh yeah. No.
Yeah. Very few places are manageable on 725.
Let's say everything's far apart.
Okay.
I don't like that.
You got that sprawl though.
Yeah, but like I want to be able to walk somewhere.
Yeah, we have that problem in Minnesota too. Like everyone just kept building suburbs upon suburbs upon suburbs, right?
Yeah.
And so like mass transit we've got some, but it ain't great, you know?
Same, yeah. For like the outskirts of Charlotte, there's not really that. It's not like there is a bus.
Sure.
That's
Yep, we're kind of the same boat.
trying to figure out what else there is.
There are good art museums in Charlotte.
I haven't been to an art museum in like forever.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Next time you're putting a date together, right? You go to an art museum. That is a free Huffle tip right here. Right here. Go to an art museum.
This actually works because I always like, I'm the like online dater person. Just like, how do you follow through?
Oh my gosh, just pick a place and do it. Find a drag show. Drag shows are amazing to go to. I recently went to a drag brunch and it was a great time.
See, what else do I not like about North Carolina? Now I'm just like going through the list of things I don't like about North Carolina. If there was somewhere more affordable up north, I would definitely move there.
North Carolina Museum of Art up here is really cool. I believe it. You've worked at ZMAX. I don't know what that is.
It's a dragway.
Oh, cool. That's
like
awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. Okay, so like my bias is showing, right? But I love the Twin Cities metro area of St. Paul, Minneapolis, and Minnesota so much, right? It's like it is perfect. like it gets cold here. That is literally the only drawback, right? And like it's not even a drawback to me because like it kills off all the bugs, and I like it a little chilly sometimes, right? But like we have so much like wonderful stuff here, and like it's a good balance of like places to work and affordable, and you know, like all of the things kind of like coalesce in this town, and it's like very queer friendly.
Awful, you keep on talking like that.
I do.
I'm gonna have to like move again.
Do it. I've been trying to convince everybody that I care about to move to Minnesota. You also love it here. Yes, exactly. My girlfriend's never taken me to any art museums. She needs to get on that, apparently. If only you stayed up later and she could take you to the clubs.
The clubs.
I feel like maybe your girlfriend has tried several times to bring you to drag shows, offered you the time and place you could go, and was met with a, no, I don't actually want to do that. Wait, all sorts of racing is in Charlotte? Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Out near Concord is Charlotte Motor Speedway. they do their NASCAR thing.
Yeah. Those are sports that okay.
Okay.
Sports in general
No.
I struggle with.
Have we had this conversation before where I don't think NASCAR is technically a sport?
Oh no, I don't think we have. We are in the last 40 minutes on It Gets Better Products channel, so let's like irritate some people, huh? Let's do it.
I'm down to irritate some people. I don't think that. Look, hear me out. It takes physical prowess to do NASCAR. Sure.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a sport.
Huh. Do you feel like esports are sports?
I feel like esports are more of a sport than NASCAR.
Wow. Okay. Okay, why?
So with NASCAR,
yeah,
you have a set track.
Okay.
You like the only people to get recognition are like the drivers.
Sure.
And in reality, it should probably be like the pit crew and like the people that built the car for like keeping it together.
Okay. Sure.
But like compared to like drag racing,
yeah,
I consider drag racing more of a sport than NASCAR because that's like 0 to 60 or like whatever you do there. Like with like that's a team thing. I don't know.
Okay, so with drag racing, does the driver matter in drag racing? Or you just hold the wheel and step on it, you know? Like I honestly don't know. I'm not saying that I do. I'm not choosing a side here. I'm curious. I don't know. I bet Kenna Cornbread knows. No, it's all about the car. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think
so
it's more of a mental thing for NASCAR. Yeah. So that's why I went to esports, right? Because like the whole NASCAR thing, right? Like obviously in esports, right? Your response to the other people that you're playing against and playing with, right? And like that sort of thing is like where the sport aspect comes, right? Like there's not too much that like where someone's like, oh god, it's the physical prowess. Like obviously there's like fast switch sort of skill going on, but like that feels different than like I don't know, like a tennis match or something, right? But like I'm not saying it's not a sport, right? But like it seems to me like those two things kind of somehow work together, right? But I hear you on if it's more about the vehicles themselves, then that feels different to me.
Yeah, if it's more focused on the team-based aspect of racing, then sure. I feel like NASCAR missed that market because they tried to market their drivers.
Sure.
Where it's like
because like what white boy with a mustache is what everybody wants to put on their fridge and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay.
like you say NASCAR down here, most people think like Dale Earnhardt Jr. I got really country there.
You did. You. I was like, wow. I've not heard any like Southern accent out of you at all until this moment when you start talking NASCAR and you're just like, oh, here we are talking about Dale Earnhardt there.
Like, I don't know. I feel like NASCAR is a sport in the same length that wrestling is a sport.
Ooh, you don't feel like wrestling's a sport?
No. Wrestling's sport entertainment.
Oh, okay. So it's more theater than sport to you.
Yeah, it's more theater than sport.
Got it.
Like NASCAR.
I'm like looking over a chat and I like my eyes just like lock in on Lady Puffle saying, I think theater's a sport.
I mean, loosely speaking, wrestling is a form of theater if you do it. Like
yeah.
Style.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
If you look at people like just have weird gimmicks like The Undertaker.
Sure.
He's like doing muscle man theater.
I mean, the Blue Meanie's not even doing muscle man, just theater. I just made a wrestling joke that Mosh liked. Did y'all see that?
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's all psychological, physical, and emotional performance-based activity. It's a straight track. You have to go as fast as possible. Esports requires a bit more hand-eye coordination and reaction speed. Okay. I'm with y'all. I have an amazing southern accent. Thank you. Will I take you to the saloon? Sure. Yeah. Oh, whatever you want.
Just real quick, Huffle, give me your best howdy partner.
Howdy, partner.
Nice.
Was that okay or was that horrendously bad?
That was just fine. I'm just kidding. It was great.
Wow. That's amazing. I'll take you to the saloon in Red Dead 2. Hey, cowgirl. Oh my goodness. No, like the accent that I can do is the accent that I talk in, which is just a Minnesotan accent, right? Because it's just one of those things that we can just like slip right into it. Because like there are people up here that actually talk like this all the time.
Are there really?
Oh yeah. Like if you talk to my grandma, she's one of those people that like even when you hear me thinking about her, like I can do the accent a little more authentically because that's how she talks. Yep. Kenna has a horse in our campaign that I give a southern accent for some reason to torture myself. Her name is Macadamia Nut. Oh, cute. I hope you're saying it was hot to the howdy partner. You know? Oh my gosh. This is like looking really, really good. Okay, so You've got like. So would you say that wrestling is something that you just enjoy, or do you feel like it like has the impact on you? Like, does it resonate with something in your soul?
I feel. I don't know. I feel like for the most part, wrestling resonates with me in like a community sense, where it's just like a bunch of just like otherwise people that would never interact with each other coming together to talk about just for lack of a better term, I think one wrestler Biggie said it good, big men slapping me.
Wow. Okay, that's beautiful. Like all of a sudden, like I feel like I get it, right? Like so, like for you, it's not necessarily the event itself, right? It's like being in a relationship with other people around this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like it's a cool. Like, the events are cool and everything,
Sure.
but like for the most part, if you ever go to like a wrestling show, like even an independent wrestling show, and everybody's just like into it and they're just like cheering and they're chanting and they're just going at it, and it feels great.
That's amazing. So like are people nice to each other, or like if you're rooting for somebody that they're not rooting for, is that like a problem?
No, people are like, for the most part, everybody's nice to each other.
That's
It's
incredible.
super weird. Like people whose lives would never cross each other, like would otherwise never talk to each other. And just like here we are, just like sitting in a really hot auditorium watching just like two dudes just like eat or beat the crap out of each other.
That's amazing. So real different than like more of the like more traditional sports style fight like boxing or that sort of thing, right? Because like
boxing even has the same thing, but like boxing has the thing where it's, for lack of a better term, real. We're like,
and I feel like maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like the fact that people put money on it like gets people more invested in a bad way in it, you know?
I mean, there are people that put money on wrestling. I don't know
really
why you would do that. Yes.
That seems wild. Like so, like everybody knows it's like a show, right?
So it is predetermined. However, we don't know what it is determined to be.
Sure.
So like there are betting sites that like have partnered with like say WWE, like all those places that'll like oh yeah, place your bets for who's gonna win the world championship. And if you like pay like a modicum of attention to like the storyline and like little things, you can probably figure out who's winning the championship.
Sure.
Like for the most part, everybody knows who's going to win.
Okay.
Like just based off of storyline wise, because it would benefit X person or Y person
Sure.
like have a win. Or like this person's like really popular with the people in the back. It's like yeah.
Interesting. I think it's really
I don't
cool.
I don't get why you would bet on wrestling.
Yeah. No, for sure. I think that's really amazing though, right? Because like if you would ask me, right, like how is the wrestling community, right? I'd be like, well, I bet that's like a group of folks that aren't particularly kind to each other all the time. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, there are those types of people.
sure. Oh, I'm sure there are.
Yeah. Like for the most part, and like anywhere you look, if you look for like those type of people, you're gonna find them.
Yeah.
But like the outlier for the most part is just people that are excited about like the same topic. Like they
That's
may
cool.
disagree, but are just like, yeah, we'll see what happens, and like get excited about it, or like they may get upset with like a decision, but like they're still gonna watch.
Yeah.
They want to see what's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. That's really neat.
Yeah. Thanks.
If I'm talking to her about my grandmother, I feel like I get more of her accent. Yep, I get that. It was y'all are hilarious. My northern family has thick New York accents, so I can do that one pretty well. Oh, nice. You can also do it as a hawk? Nice. It's supposed to be D&D stuff. No one has said this. Huffle, I hope that it gets better. Lets you stream with them again. I don't know what the plans are or like what the rules are going to be for like next round of that stuff, but I will certainly apply because I really love being a part of this space. Like it's really, really wonderful. Yeah. Okay, so I'm sorry to just ask you all the wrestling questions, but like
You're fine.
I didn't know that we were even talking about wrestling tonight. And now like I'm like this is like what I want to talk about. So like obviously like you are queer, right? Is that like are you an outlier when it comes to wrestling fandom?
Surprisingly enough,
Yeah.
online community, not
Yeah.
really.
Really?
So there are like there's an entire market just like untapped of like queer wrestlers.
Really?
Of like and like people that have like made it up top that are queer
Sure.
wrestlers, like the current AEW tag team, one of the current AEW tag team champions, Anthony Bowens is a gay man, like
It's amazing.
openly gay, and like one of AEW's first like gay champions.
That's
Um,
incredible.
you've got like guys on the independent scene like Effie, who believe he hosts like a like this huge massive wrestling show every WrestleMania weekend called like Effie's Big Gay Brunch. And like it has like a drag
That's
show, and he
incredible.
like invites all the queer wrestlers from around the United States, and they all get together and have a show. Like there are spaces there
Yeah.
if you like go out and like look for them,
Sure.
and like they're very welcoming, and like the wrestling community as a whole is pretty welcoming of them.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Again, that's just like that should like my bias is showing, right? Like that is not something that I would expect to be true necessarily. That's super cool.
Yeah, because like when most people think wrestling, they think just like, dude bro and like a affliction t-shirt.
I think white dude bro, right? Like that
Yeah.
that is what like comes to mind for me, right?
Like, yeah, white dude bro, affliction t-shirt.
Yep.
Just like
100%.
not really tolerant.
Exactly. Yes. Like someone that's going to like call me a slur is like what
Yeah.
comes into my brain, like
And I mean, like, don't get me wrong, there's people
sure.
like they definitely exist
Right,
in
and
those places, but
they do in all spaces, right?
yeah,
Like for sure.
but like it's nice to like see a bunch of people that like exist that like I can relate to.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Seriously, like you opened my, oh gosh, we're hydrating and checking posture again. I don't know how I keep getting higher in the frame, but like something has changed. I don't know. I don't know. I've drank my liter now, Kenna. I'm done now. And yeah, if you're not following my dear friend MoshPatt, please go and drop a follow. They're freaking incredible, as you can see, and they are just like one of those people who I feel like their presence is one that like it's just like just draws you in, right? Like it's true though. Thank you, Kenna. I appreciate you. And yeah, if you're looking to find me outside of It Gets Better Project, like that is me. I'm a variety streamer and play all sorts of games, and I'm about to get back into my grand strategy roots, pretty hardcore, for a while.
Grand strategy.
Yeah, I got my start on YouTube, right? In like 2015, 2016. Playing like Paradox grand strategy games, which are like Europa Universalis 4, Crusader Kings, like those games, like Civilizations on that list.
Oh.
And yeah, and then like kind of stopped content creation for a year or so, and then jumped back onto Twitch. But one of Paradox is the studio that releases the games I love the most, and they are releasing the game Victoria 3 next month, which you get to pick any country that existed in like the Victorian age and run like every aspect of their economy and just see what you can do, sort of stuff. Like it's sandboxy sort of games.
You get to invade other people.
You do, but that's more like so Crusader Kings. Oh my gosh, I'm like you. This is we don't have to keep talking. But you did.
Yes.
Crusader Kings starts in like 786 and goes until like 1400 something, right? Like 1430 or something like that. Okay, and you can pick any like group of people that kind of existed at the time, and they try and simulate like what the tribal nations were like and what like different groups of nomadic peoples were like and all that sort of thing, right? And you can go and like conquer people, but it's very leader based, right? So like if you play as an individual, and when you die, you take over as that person's heir, right? Because that's like what the feudal system was kind of built around, right? Europa Universalis 4 picks up in the Renaissance era in like the 1440s, right? And you play until like the early 1800s, right? And at that point, it was like nation states were like the thing that was like in the driver's seat, right? And so it's very much like conquest based or like colonization based, right? But like that, you can pick any nation that kind of existed on Earth at that time, right? And then you get into Victoria, where most of like the land on Earth that like is owned by somebody, or at least like people put flags in it and said this is mine, right? And like war has gotten really, really expensive, right? And everybody's in each other's business all the time. So instead of just being like go out and conquer people, it's go out and conquer people, but you're gonna have to do it through like monopolizing trade goods and like getting other people to support your claims in different places, so that you've got the like you can't take on these 5 nations. You need to like come up with enough, like a big enough like group that thinks you get to do this thing to make you like allowed to do it.
Like whoever has like the most resources, the like biggest backing,
Exactly.
that clash of peoples.
And like diplomatic clout becomes super, super important, right?
You can't go around like just acting a jerk.
Exactly. Because you do that, and everyone else is going to go, now we're not doing that anymore, because they've got ships fast enough to just move people to wherever you are and like make you stop, right? So like, I don't know. It's like one of those things where I'm not even that like I was never that into history. And then I started playing these games, and I'm like, okay, like now all of a sudden, like I see why people study this stuff. Like it's really interesting, and it says a lot about. Like I think it's really cool to explore how like the world that we live in is so much created by like the institutions that we just like are born into, and we don't even think about different ways of living, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's fun. Sorry.
I dig it because I'm actually a history buff.
Are you really?
Yeah.
That's
That was my
awesome.
favorite subject in high school, and originally when I was was looking to go to like an actual university, history was the topic that I wanted to do.
Nice.
But then I ended up just doing medical because I think like I wanted to just get it done quickly, and my parents were just
Yeah.
like, "It makes more money." I was like, "Okay,
You're like, I like money. Let's do this.
yeah, money, yay!"
Well, like you said, like you thought you were getting into something to help people, you know? Like that makes
Yeah.
sense. I love that. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so those games are really cool too because like obviously like they're games, right? And they're games first. So like they're not actually historically accurate, but they are pretty dang close in terms of like all of the people that are in charge of every country on the planet. Like they've done as much due diligence as they can to get the right person named in all those countries to start the game and all that sort of thing. Including like their like heirs and that sort of deal is it's kind of neat. It's kind of neat. They've got like a link to the Wikipedia page to all of them when you like are starting the game out. So it's cool. It's cool.
One thing I like about history, I like that they did the Wikipedia thing, is because history involves a lot of drama.
It
There's just a
does.
lot. There's a lot of tea spilled for
Yes.
no reason.
Oh my gosh, if you want to know about drama, like look into what the popes were doing in like the
Yeah,
1400s. It was wild. It was wild
everybody
stuff.
has dirt on everybody.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And it was one of those things where it's like we're not allowed to do all these things and then they're doing all of those things. It's just like, "Oh my goodness." All right. Oh my gosh. Let's see. My coloring page is finished at this point. So this is my axolotl. It's cute. Um and yeah, he's gonna put a spell on you. You know?
So
Yeah.
I've managed to color, let's say, 3 3/4 pictures.
Nice. That's wild.
So like I've got these two.
Yep. Yep.
And then I did these.
Oh, those are both beautiful. I especially love the colors on the bear.
Yeah.
That's so lovely.
But of course it bled through as well. So
Right. Right. I mean, it's Sharpie. It's gonna happen, you know? That doesn't make it any less beautiful.
oh yeah.
Nice. Nice. Okay. Well, we're into like the like after dark time, right? Like it's 9:40 Central, right? It's 10:40 Eastern, right? So now we can get into it. What's something that people don't know about you, Mosh?
I feel like I'm pretty open online.
Okay. Okay.
Trying to think. I've got one that's weird. So because I've like openly talked about, I guess, my disability, but I never really said what my disability is, like on Twitter. I'm missing parts of my spine.
Are you?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Um, so like you know how there's like vertebrae,
Yeah.
or like there's cartilage in between the vertebrae.
Right.
For like 2 parts of my vertebrae, there's no cartilage, so it's just bone rubbing on bone.
Wow. So like, is that what sort of effect does that have on your life?
Uh, like as it started happening, I like walking for long periods of time
Yeah.
is like kind of rough.
Sure.
I'm like I'm stubborn, so I go about the business of like just powering through it.
Oh
So like,
no.
because I used to go on
I'm
morning
sure
runs and
that
everything.
helps.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. So like, I used to go on like morning runs and stuff.
Sure.
Um, and it got to a point where like I'd go run in the morning before work at like 6 a.m. in the morning, and I'd get home to get ready. I was just like, can't move, just go lay down,
Oh.
and I couldn't get up.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But yeah, for the most part, it doesn't like it bothers me, but I learned how to deal with it,
Sure.
and eventually, I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my unique trait. I'm missing parts of my spine.
Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. Oh, Buff has returned. Ugh. You would like to say hello?
Hello. Nomad's not here anymore. She decided she wanted out. She got tired of my shenanigans.
He's just doing limp cat. Oh, there we go. We got your bones again. Do you have bones again or no?
I
Meow.
gotta figure out. So like, this is gonna sound weird,
Yeah.
but like, I'm still like cautious about picking up my cat.
No, that doesn't sound weird. A lot of cats don't like being picked up. Like Buff doesn't mind it at all, right? But a lot of kitties do not enjoy it.
It varies because there are times
Yeah.
where like my roommate will pick Nomad up and she's
Yeah.
just like she's fine. But
Right.
like if I make like the slightest inkling that I'm going to pick her up, she like arches up. She's like, what are you doing? Don't do that.
She's like, that's
We had a
that's
thing
weird. It's strange. I stay on the ground and you pet me on the ground. That is what we do here.
going. But like she does this thing where like she'll like stand, like put her paws up on my knee like she wants to hop up on me.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, come on. She'll do it.
Yeah. She wants you to want it more first.
Do you want to be held or no?
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it.
However, she does cuddle me while like I'm sleeping. I'll go to sleep, she won't be
Oh.
there. I'll wake up and she's found a way into my room and onto my bed and she's just like curled up next to me. Just like, oh.
Oh.
It's like this morning or like this afternoon because I technically didn't go to bed until like 8 a.m. this morning.
Oh my gosh. Mosh, that's wild.
Um
What time did you get up today?
like 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
I
You know, I would like to say that's not enough sleep, but that's more sleep than I got last night.
let's see, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 12, 12.
It's like 7 hours, right?
Yeah, 7 hours.
Yeah, that's something.
Yeah. But like, and honestly, that's so like looking for the good and the bad. That's like one thing about like not currently like being employed is like my body's like learning to rest again.
Yeah. I could imagine that being like a really cool, like just like a really cool side effect, right? Like getting to like realize that like, oh, there is this thing, and
Yeah, because like,
I know how to do this thing.
yeah, because I'm used to sleeping like 4 hours at a time, waking up and
Sure.
just going about my day.
God, that's
Um,
wild.
I don't drink energy drinks anymore
Yeah.
because I'm technically not supposed to.
Oh. Is it because you get a little wild?
No, when I was 21, I
Yeah.
was going to school full time.
Yeah.
I worked 2 full-time jobs,
Sure.
and I lived with my parents still.
Yeah.
And I came home one day, and I just straight up had a heart attack in their
Oh my God.
bedroom.
Like an actual heart attack?
Yeah, no, like an actual heart attack.
Oh my God.
Well, because like for like the past year before, I was drinking like 4 monsters a day,
Oh my
running off of like
goodness.
2 hours of sleep. It's like gotta keep working, gotta go to school.
That's That is just wild to me. Just wild to me.
But
Wow.
on the bright side, Nos tastes like cough syrup, so you don't have to drink it anymore.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's amazing. I didn't know that. I've never had to have it, which
It's like,
probably isn't very surprising.
it's just like energy. Like, I don't like the taste of energy drinks that much anymore.
Sure. Yeah, I could imagine like that association might be a
Yeah,
thing.
no, probably. I don't even really like coffee that much.
Oh. Okay, so you like coffee a little bit?
I like certain types of coffee for the taste.
What's your go-to coffee sort of drinky drink?
So I'm pretty basic. I go to Starbucks and I
Uh-huh.
get an iced caramel macchiato
Okay.
with almond milk
This is not basic. What are we talking about?
or oat milk,
Yeah?
either of the two.
Ooh, yeah.
And then with the whipped cream on top, even though I totally said I didn't want milk, I'm
Yeah.
willing to risk it all for whipped cream because I'm lactose intolerant and I don't know any better.
This is absolutely like the gay way, right? Like you got to risk it for the biscuit, you know?
Just like I really want whipped cream,
Yeah.
but am I taking this risk? Yes, it's whipped cream.
Sure. You're going to roll them dice. Absolutely. I like it. Okay, so I get the gayest drink at Starbucks, which is obviously the iced brown sugar shaken. Sorry, the iced brown sugar oat milk shaken espresso, right? It's real good. It's real good. Like real good.
Like on a scale of 1 to 10.
Ooh, 9.5. Like I'm sure something better exists, but it's that perfect balance of like coffee but sweet but not too sweet, right? Like, it's good. Kenna, you're so tired. Kenna, you can go to bed. You so can. But yeah, like that is absolutely my drink of choice. It is wonderful. Just doesn't get any better than that.
I used to when I was in when I was in school to
Yes,
become
my
a
dear.
medical assistant, I would purposely um like I'd show up late with Starbucks like on a daily basis. I was that person.
Nice.
Like I was a good student. I just
Right.
showed up at Starbucks.
You showed up late with Starbucks, looking like you didn't want to be there every time.
Yeah, but I was on the dean's list every semester. So
That's amazing. Holy crap. That's amazing. I love that. Very nice. Very nice. So, if you said you were looking for like work outside of the medical field, right? Like where would you love to like if you could just like put yourself wherever you wanted to, right? Where would that be?
This is okay. Honestly,
Yeah.
I kind of want to be a teacher.
Nice.
I've always like had like a slight inkling that I wanted to like do teacher stuff.
Uh-huh.
But it's like
Uh-huh.
I don't I don't know if I have like the capacity to do like more college.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there is that. There is that.
Like even like being a substitute teacher or like something like that. Like just being able to like because I feel like
If
in the oh,
so like I don't know how North Carolina works, right? But in Minnesota, if you have any most degrees, right? Like you can get like you'd have to talk to an individual district, but we're so short on subs right now that like anyone with a college degree, like they'll just give them a substitute license these days. So you might be able to do that more easily than you think you could.
yeah. like I
It
feel
doesn't
like
pay much, but
I mean, yeah, but like even if it's like because I live with like two other dudes, so
sure.
we're like splitting the rent. So
Nice.
even if the like it doesn't pay well, like I'd feel better knowing that I'm like in some way helping somebody.
You would be. You would be. And like at the very least, right? Like I don't know if I'm ready for that much more school. Like it's a lot harder to decide I'm going to jump into a lot more school if you haven't spent a lot of time in those environments and like no, this is really what feels good for me, right?
Yeah.
So like if you tried that out and you were like, cool, I did that for a while and I want to do something else, great. Or if you are like, wow, I did that and this really like feels like home and this feels like where I belong, right? Like, yeah,
Because like I'm good with kids,
sure.
but like I don't know. I feel like I could like help kids more than I could like tolerate helping people in a like system that's like kind of capitalistic.
I am so okay. So, like, from where I sit, right? I have met adults who I'm like, that's not a very good person, right? I have never met an adolescent that I think is a bad person. Never once, right? Because they haven't settled into who they are, right? And like so much of who we are is like our experience and like what we go through and like all that sort of thing, right? And like I can't imagine looking at somebody who's not set in themselves yet and thinking they're a bad person, right? And like being some piece of their journey to help shape like them into to hopefully someone that like is empathetic and knows how to like see other people and all like that to me is like why I love teaching, right? Um and especially like it's funny because like I was asked to I was asked to be the advisor for GSA, which is like the for anybody who doesn't know, it's like the queer student group on most campuses, right? I was asked to do that when I identified as a cis man, right? And when I came out as non-binary, like everyone was like happy for me. No one was surprised, right? I had no idea that was. I've been running GSA for like 2 years at that point, right? Well, a year and a half. But like I like at the time it was one of those things where I'm like I don't understand why the students are asking me, but I'm touched, and of course I will do this with them, right? There's something about an adolescent that like they can see right freaking through you, right? Like even if you don't know something about yourself, like they see the truth, and even if they can't like explain what that is or that sort of thing, like they're there, right? And they can do it, and it's just like amazing. It's amazing. So I don't know, like everybody's got like their age group that they jive with, but I like me moving into like the service of youth has been like the most like important thing in my life. I do not think that I would be like standing here as a trans woman if not for my teaching. I guess sitting here. But
That's sweet.
yeah. Yeah. It's just one of those things that like those kiddos just mean a whole lot to me, and like I hope that I mean something to them on some level, you know? So it feels like a place you can touch a lot of lives.
Yeah. That'd be something I have to look into.
Yeah, you know. If if you're curious or need resources or anything like that, let me know. There are also programs that will pay off loans and that sort of thing if you do decide you want to go back to the college route.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're winding down, and there's like one. What is my last question? I have like a last question, and I cannot remember what it is. I don't know. Let's like what's your biggest pet peeve? What pisses you off, Pat?
My biggest pet peeve.
Yeah.
How deep do I have to go with this?
You as deep or as shallow as you want to go. Like you don't have to like really take out the shovel if you don't want to, but you're welcome to.
I won't go like deep because
Okay.
I
It's all right. That's okay.
let's see. Biggest pet peeve. I would say non-authentic positivity.
Ooh. Like the toxic positivity side of things?
Kind of like we're
Yeah.
like super friendly, but like, behind the scenes,
Right. That's me.
not
No.
so much.
No.
Huffle's gonna bully me after this.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Like, thank you for sticking to your line so far, but no. That's a good one. I also struggle with that. Like the person who's like sugar sweet, but you like you could just like see right through it, right? Like that there was like some edge of like this isn't you, this isn't real. Like,
Yeah, because like
yeah,
I mean, and I feel like part of it has to deal with like the content creation space.
yeah,
Me up to a lot of it. Like I got into this like pretty unassuming, just like
right,
generally thinking everybody is like you know the best version of themselves,
yeah,
and like it does suck to find out that that's not the case sometimes. But like
yeah, yeah. I get that.
I would say that's my biggest pet peeve. But I
Not like especially now that you bring up like the content creation space because that wasn't like a piece like a route that I was thinking, but like I get it. I get it. Like
yeah, because like
I love creators who like I know are being real with me, right? And like there are definitely some creators out there who their whole shtick is that they're so real, right? But like every piece of it just feels so fake, right? And like it's just it's hard to look at, right? Because like there's part of me that's like people will still love you if you bring your actual self out, right? Like yeah. My gosh. What like a wonderful place to like end this. Mosh, seriously, like I thank you so much for coming on. One more time, if you are not following my friend Mosh, please drop a follow. They were last playing Final Fantasy 14 online, the critically acclaimed with the free trial that includes.
oh no, I've been
I
playing too much Final Fantasy.
yeah, nice. I love it. And yeah, thank you again so much for coming on. I'm gonna kick a raid. Absolutely, I'm gonna kick a raid off to Not Bella 8, who is a It Gets Better Project partner streamer, I believe, who is doing a charity stream for another group, but they're on right now, so we're gonna kick that through. And yeah, hey y'all, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And yeah, thank you for such a wonderful term over here on It Gets Better, and we'll see everybody soon. Thanks.